Good morning. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? So I thought I'd come on this morning, and yes, our holidays are going to look totally different this year, but you know, a good egg strata is always just a great breakfast idea. And what I love about most of the stratas, I'm going to send you two today. After I'm doing one, it's a brand new one, and then I'm going to send you this other one that I've done for years. And I love when you can do something ahead of time, you know, so, you know, maybe the morning before, you've got plenty of time to put it all together, and then in the morning that you're going to eat it, you just put it into the dish, so it makes it easy. I'm also going to do a cheesy cauliflower potato soup, and I'll explain about that later. It's going to be in the blender, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started, and hopefully some people from Judy's, my virtual party that's going, is on there. And so good morning to you guys too. Okay, so first off, I cut the bread already. Day-old bread is what it says. Just get the cheap bread, especially this is my artesian one because I didn't get the cheap bread. And we only sell one bread knife now. I know I'm sure there's like 20. Some of you have the bread knives from 20 years ago, because a serrated bread knife never needs to be sharpened, okay? So the one that we sell now is in the Forge cutlery set. Sold separately, but this is the lifetime warranty, and this is the one that never goes in the dishwasher, okay? So I cut up all the bread. Now, I think I've showed you guys this before, and this will work. This is our honing tool, basically a sharpening tool, but a honing tool doesn't take off any of the metal, okay? So it's two ceramic rods, and then you just slice. I mean, you just go back, and it's right or left-handed because you can move this there. You can hone your knives all the time, okay? Again, what it does is it balances your blade, and I'm going to rinse it off. Balances, and it sharpens it, but it doesn't take off any metal, so it wouldn't be like if you were using a sanding, one of the stones, sanding stones that people sharpen knives with. You can take these to a sharpener if you want, but if you have the honer and you sharpen it or hone it all the time, it really will stay sharp. Again, my favorite knife, the Santoku, but you can use that honing tool on our color-coded knives too. It works great, whether they're green, whether they're multicolor, whatever. Okay, so using the medium size, this is just called strata. And like I say, I'll send you another one too. But this one, so this is eggs, okay? Then we're gonna add 2 cups of half and half. All right, we're mixing it up. I do have to say something. So I've had my vertigo for, 2 weeks on Wednesday. Went for repositioning, felt foggy for a day and a half. Yesterday, great day, actually felt human. And today, I'm back to so if I look like I'm going from one side to the other, it's because of the vertigo. So, all right, we're using our grinder salt. All right, we mix this up, and now we're going to put in the bread. So this is what's really nice about, and especially sometimes if you do it the night before, all this bread kind of like dissolves. I mean, and then when it bakes up, you can't taste bread chunks in there, okay? So, but I am using stainless steel whisk. You guys, if you don't have this one, it will be the only one you need, because these wires never go one way or another. They just stay the day you got it. I absolutely love this whisk, because I know there's so many when I go into people's homes sometimes, and their whisks are cattywampus, because you all know that whenever I did a show, I usually forgot at least 1 or 2 things. So anyway, it's well worth the few. I'm not even sure how much it costs. It might be about $15 or $17. but I'm telling you, it's well worth it. Okay, so this is just gonna sit and start to absorb the mixture. And then I'm gonna get the other things ready. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to, it's called for a bell pepper. Using my knife, whoops, another piece of bread there. The scoop and loop. If Janet's watching, she just found hers in her drawer. Great tool. So you know my tip for everybody is whatever you buy, purchase or whatever, especially when it's going to save you time in the kitchen, you need to leave it out for a couple weeks. Just on the countertop so you see it and then you'll use it. Then you put it away. Now what I want to do today, instead of using the quick slice, I'm just going to use my manual food processor because I can't tell you enough how much I love this, how much it will save you time. These go in the dishwasher. This does not. It also comes with a lid, which is nice. And I love that it does onions. The tip with the manual food processor is you don't want to overfill it, okay? So you want to go up and down. Don't go like this because this makes a full rotation, okay? And it just works so well, so fast, and it's really easy on my hands. And so I'm just going to put that in. I like when it's not all uniformed, chopped, because, I don't know, it's just, I just like it that way. It doesn't have to be, and there's so much water in the bell pepper. So if you're doing too much, okay, we're done. Like I said, I have lots of recipes for this. The tapenades that you can do, the salsas, egg salad. You know, there's just really a lot. Yes, I should be using my mix and scraper, but I just didn't obviously put it out there. Okay, now this isn't something that I've used a lot or have talked about any time, and there are a few of them that aren't available right now. I'll address that in a little bit. But this is our Rockcrok. And silicone basting brush, again, a must. If you have it and you didn't know, it does that. And this way you put it in the dishwasher because if it's been soaking in oil or a barbecue sauce, it could get in there. A lot of times people forget that that does come off. So preppable, 1 cup preppable. So you don't a lot of times have to oil this, but because of the egg, it did ask. So I'm using the silicone basting brush and just wiping the Rockcrok. So, Rockcrok. It is gray stoneware with a ceramic glaze. It goes on the stovetop. It goes in the oven, it goes in the broiler, it goes in the microwave, it goes on your grill. Now this is actually heat safe to 752 degrees. Don't know what you're doing at that point, but this is only heat safe to 450, so just an FYI on that. The grill and this one and the 4-quart, we actually even have a base, so it becomes a slow cooker, and then it goes in the dishwasher. The other nice thing about this is it does have a 5-year warranty. So again, you know, we have the cast iron, we have the enamel cast iron now, we've got our stones. No, that's right, the stones are not for sale right now, until probably next year. But anyway, the Rockcroks are really, really nice. So I boiled this and then we let that stand. You know what, I think I'm gonna have to get my, you can see how all the eggs, or the bread I should say, is absorbing. And now I put in 2 cups of spinach. This is 3 cups. I just never think 2 cups is enough, you know, I love spinach. Now, this could very easily be a vegetarian one. I'm actually, I don't know if I should keep it vegetarian, and yeah, maybe I will. I'm going to just put this over here. I am going to get out my mix and scraper because I definitely need to mix this all up. This wasn't baby spinach either, so sometimes I think the baby spinach is better. Now, could I have gotten out my salad choppers and chopped it all up? Yes, I could, but I wasn't thinking that far in advance. So, now this particular recipe cooks in the oven, so, and it's 450 degrees for about 50 to 60 minutes. It's always good too to let it sit for a few minutes, okay? And about 10 minutes. And remember, this is stoneware, so this is like our beige stoneware is going to keep your food hot for about 45 minutes to an hour anyway. Okay, so I am going to make this a vegetarian. I'm going to use all the bacon that I did up ahead of time. Okay, so I have everything. Oh, I forgot the cheese. Okay, so I did grate already some of the cheese. Jeez, I need a shoe set to clean up my mess. The grater, coarse grater, and I am showing it right now. And honestly, I'm not sure if it's available. I know my favorite of the zester is not. I love our grater. It just seems to stay sharp. So I'm going to put some cheese in there. Not a ton, not as much as it calls for, but okay. Yeah, while I mix this and put this in there, let's talk about the temporarily unavailable when you go shopping on the website. Yeah, you guys, it is hard. It is COVID. It is that Pampered Chef. Everybody's cooking. We've brought on a lot. I mean, we're talking like 20, 30,000 new consultants. So it's a growing period for Pampered Chef. It's the manufacturer. But if there is something that you want and it's not available, just message me. I'll put you on a list, and then when it comes in, I will let you know. And I'm going to split the shipping with all of you, like if there's a product, and so that you don't have to pay the full one again. Okay, so I'm going to just put this in. Our mixing bowls, these glass ones, remember they stack inside of each other, which is so nice. You have the 8 cup, the 16 cup, and then, yeah, 8, maybe it's 8, 12, and 16. Anyway, love them. 5-year warranty, guys, so remember that. That's why you never throw anything of Pampered Chef away without calling me. Because if it's out of warranty, maybe one spot or something broke, and I sell a replacement for it. Okay? So that's why you have me as your consultant. I do great customer service. Okay, so and now this is to bake uncovered. So what I'll do is I'll bake it. A little later, I'll show you the finished product, but it looks yummy. So, another thing that you probably could do with that also would be, like this is calling for bacon that I didn't put in, but what you could do is you could put in ham, or maybe you don't like bell pepper, put in something else, it's all good. Now, I do want to show you, I did the bacon ahead of time, whoops, and this is our stainless steel pan with a mesh non-stick coating. What that does, and look at how crispy that bacon is, this goes in the dishwasher. This is a lifetime warranty. You can also actually use metal in here. That's what it says, so if something goes wrong or if it gets scratched, you call me, we send it back, and we'll get you a new one. This comes with a lid. Okay, so that's good. And I just really like it. With the non-stick mesh, it's easy cleanup. But the other thing is you're still getting the stainless steel benefits, like the searing is better. And then like I'll have Chris come back, like this would be called, all this little stuff on the bottom, it's called the fond. And that makes a good gravy. I mean, not with bacon grease, but you know what I mean. So anyway, so that's there. And if you don't have the chef tongs, up is closed, the pin goes down and it opens. Love these. We also sell them in the large, but I like the small ones. Okay, now this I'll just use for my potato soup. Yeah, I'll just use it for the potato soup because it's an add-on. Okay, so I was so excited. I saw cauliflower potato soup. Oh, good. Okay, great blender recipe. So I tell Patrice and I think Janet, hi you guys if you're watching, I'm gonna do it in the blender. So I get all the stuff, and that's good, the ingredients, and then this morning I go that I'm going to make it. I'm looking through everything because God knows I never read anything full. One of my fortes, and it's supposed to be done in the microwave. So Maria is making up her own because I really want you guys to think about hosting a show and getting this blender for just $139. So what I'm going to do, I will send you the cauliflower potato soup that can be done, you know, in a regular pan and stuff. And then I'm going to send you how I make this soup. Because in the cooking blender, we do have a cauliflower and a cheesy potato soup. So I'm just kind of winging it, as they say. So I'm gonna put in, I'm not gonna put in as much as I thought I was. I'm only gonna put in, this is vegetable broth. I'm gonna put in about 1.5 cups of vegetable broth because I have to add milk afterwards, okay? So I've got the vegetable broth in there. Again, whenever I do a soup or anything in the blender, even in the quick cooker, I always use a broth, okay? Unless I'm doing hard-boiled eggs or something like that. So instead of 3 potatoes, I cut them up and I'm only using 2, okay? So we're putting that in. This is our 2-cup prep bowl. This is the 3-cup prep bowl. Always nice. Now, this is the Easy Read measuring cups. Now, what I did, it said about 2 cups of cauliflower. You can tell this is a little bit more. Just going to put it all in there. Okay, that looks good. Now, the other thing that it said was, our 3 rub onion rub. Okay, Chris, do you see the onion rub? I know it's here. Oh, here it is. Okay. And now this only says 1 tablespoon, but you know what, guys? I really like the flavoring, and for me, it's usually never enough. So I'm going to use all that I have. This, remember, the lid is 2 tablespoons, okay? So I'm just going to, I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. All right. Now, the recipes in the book always call for garlic. But because the main recipe that I thought I was doing, the cauliflower potato, it didn't call for garlic, so I'm not going to put any in there. Now, it doesn't call for any salt or anything like that. Really, that's it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'll have Chris come on over here because I'm not going to turn it on right now. But so I'm gonna go to soup. Let's cancel here. Soup, okay? This will take about 30 minutes. And there's something always called add-ons. And that, the blender will stop and then it will say add, whatever. So at that time, I'm going to add the milk. And I'm going to let the milk set out. I'm going to take it out. It takes 3 cups. I'm only going to use about 2 because I use more vegetable broth. And I don't want it to curdle. And a lot of times if you put something cold into the hot, it'll curdle. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to add the cheese at that time too. And the bacon, you can add bacon and green onion. So I will let you know how this turns out. I am going to send you this recipe. And then I'm also going to send you the recipe that I did for the blender. So anyway, hopefully that gives you, like I say, a couple new recipes, soups for sure. Especially, I can't say enough how great the soups are in this blender, and that they're healthy. There's no chemicals, there's no preservatives. It's just the vegetables, and that's it. You could make your own vegetable broth if you wanted to, or your own bone broth or something. Oh, I got a great tip too. This is from Faye, I believe Faye Grundelt shared with me. Sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are expensive, and when you buy them, I've opened them, but here's the tip. Once you open them, put them in the freezer, because apparently once you've opened it, then they don't stay as fresh. So that's my tip for today. Of course, you know what? For almonds and walnuts, a lot of times I put them all in the freezer. I think it just, I don't know. I just think it keeps it better, so it makes sense that the sesame seeds would do the same. So I think that's it. I'm hoping my vertigo will go away next time I talk to you guys. And look for Tuesday, all the info on my virtual annual open house. I'm looking forward to it. The link will be up probably next Wednesday, and but I'll send the email on Tuesday. And like I say, if you're, well, you guys would be all my friends because you're watching me Facebook Live. So anyway, thanks again for everybody for joining me. Have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you.